Ciao a tutti! Welcome to my channel. My name's Brit and I make videos about Italy. I'm filming on my balcony today, so if you hear any extra noise, I'm sorry about that. But I want to talk to you guys about some differences that I've noticed between living in Italy and also living in the UK. And the longer I'm here, the more differences that I start to see. So I like to share them with you. So difference number one is charity shops. In the UK, we have a lot of charity shops where we bring things. We have like cancer research, British Heart Foundation, just many charity shops along the high street. It makes up part of our high street charity. There's not so many of them. There is one called Humana, I think it's called, and it's okay. It's okay. But in the UK, there's so much more variety and things that I find are a little bit more affordable. And also in the UK, you can find charity shops where they also sell furniture. I used to buy furniture from charity shops and paint them and then sell them on. Here you find that the second-hand furniture is also very expensive too. So yeah, there's not a lot of charity shops. It's not really a thing. I heard that people bring them to the church. So I've never done that before. I don't know too much about it. It's not very publicized what to do with your old things. For me, when I have old things, I generally give it to there's a lot of men on the street begging. So I generally give my things to them. You always find one in your local area, and I say, are you in need of anything, or can I give you this so that you can sell it to make money, type of thing. That's what I do with money. Leave home a lot later in Italy. You can. It's not uncommon to find a 30-year-old at home, even a 35-year-old, 40-year-old still at home at their parents' house. It's not uncommon to find this. Italy, in fact, it's common. Whereas in the UK, people leave home from an early age, 18 years old, 16, 16, it definitely happens, 19, 20, people go off to university, then they might come back home. But generally, it's part of the culture where people do leave home quite early. In Italy, it's not the case. And it's okay, it's not frowned upon here. In UK, Point number 4, you'll find that you hear that Italians have lots of children, but in their actuality, you'll find that a lot of Italians have one child, maybe 2 children. So it's not common to have 4, 5 children. In the UK, you can see 4, 5 children, 6 children. I know people who has 4, 5. My friends, while growing up, they had 5 siblings. I'm one of 6. So in the UK, it's very... Next point, you'll find when you go into an Italian home that they don't have many items, many things. I've never really been into a cluttered house for whatever reason. It's never been cluttered. Whereas in the UK, you can find some houses with a lot of stuff. The houses are well lived in, you will find. Not so minimalist as you'll find in Italy. In Italy, swearing on the radio. The radio is not censored here. So you can just be in the supermarket hearing, you, F, you, no, you, all of the swear words. And when I first heard this, I was literally taken out. I was taken back by all of the profanity that I heard over the radio, because in the UK, they delete all of those swear words. I'm not sure if in Italy people really know what the words are. Maybe if they did, they would be quite shocked too. I first realised this when I worked in the school here. The teacher said to me, please don't play the radio in the classroom, because it's not censored. And that's when I first realised, okay, the music is not censored here. And it can be quite embarrassing, especially if the song is very heavy with certain words that I don't like, if you know what I mean. Yeah, especially if I'm the only person in the room, and then you constantly hear this song and it's playing and this horrible word is being said. It can feel very uncomfortable. I prefer that music is censored, but it's just not the point. You'll find that Italians are generally not that motivated, or not obviously motivated by money, and material things. I don't know, this is my perspective. What do you guys think? I don't see a lot of, I want to get this, I want to buy this, I want this, I want material, I want to have 10 million in my account. Whereas people in the UK, sometimes we're a little bit different. They love to have the material things, the big TVs, the latest TVs, the latest gadgets, the nice big cars. Even if, you know, whether you can afford it or not, it's bigger, it's definitely better. This is an interesting point. I don't know if the word could be trustworthy, but you will find, for example, I went to a mineral fair a couple of days ago, last week I think it was, and at one of the stalls I was buying some stuff, and after I asked the guy, I asked the man that owned the store, do you take card? He says, no, I do not take card. I was like, I've been there for 20 minutes and you don't take card? I only have card, I ran out of cash. He says, no, I don't take cards. But he goes, it's no problem, it's okay. You can bring the cash tomorrow, take the stuff, bring the cash tomorrow. Or what you can do is, he gave us his details and said, you can go to a tabacaria and do this and do this. And he trusted us with the gift. He trusted us with this. And this is probably the second time that something like this has happened to me here. And I can't recall that happening too much in the UK. It's definitely happened probably in the time that I've been in the UK, but just generally just to be so trusting was really, really nice. And that's a point that I would want to bring up. A stranger, you don't know me, it's just nice. Next point, Italians eat late. Here at my house now, we can eat anything between 8:30 and 9:30. Generally around 8:30, and that is late. In the UK, it's not common for somebody to eat between maybe about 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock. Here, you can be eating at night. This goes on into my next point. Eating dinner or having lunch can go on forever, what seems like forever. You can be sitting at the table, you can go for lunch around 1:30, 2 o'clock and not finish until around 4:30. It can go on for hours. And if you're not the type of person that likes that, or you're not used to that, for example, if you're from the UK and you like to eat on the go, eat on the run, or eat in front of the TV, or, you know, have dinner together with your family but eat quickly, it's not really like that. Not always, but even if I go to my boyfriend's parents' house, when I lived there with them for a while, and when we had dinner, it was minimum maybe an hour. We was at the table for hour and a half, some nights, and I got to a point where some days I was like, okay, well, I finished now, I'm just gonna go and finish off my assignment or something else that I have to do. Because if we was to have lunch together and to have dinner together, and it both took maybe an hour and a half, for example, that's 3 hours out of my day. So I know it's different for everybody, but if you're used to it, it's fine. And if you're not, you just have to find ways around it. And another point that you will notice here is that, and I've noticed this for a while, but some days when I'm in the street and somebody smiles at me, a stranger smiles at me, I think about it, because it doesn't happen that common, strangers smiling at each other's. Sometimes I just don't know what to do. Sometimes I look at somebody and they might keep their face straight, or they just don't know how to react, because maybe they're not used to somebody smiling at them, a stranger smiling at them. It could be, why is she smiling? It might cause confusion for them, like, as to why I'm smiling. But in the UK, it's quite normal. You see somebody, you might continue to walk. Especially if you lock eye contact with them, you smile, and then it just makes the other person smile. It does happen here, but it's not as common as in the UK. People generally smile when they might, even to strangers. I find that if, for example, you have a dog, they might smile, your dog is so cute. They might interact or smile with your dog or something like that. But to general strangers, it's not really that. But not least, when you go to a restaurant, in Italy, you generally do not ask for tap water. Tap water is, for as far as I know, is not really a thing here. If you ask for water, they bring you the 2 bottles of water. They ask you, do you want sparkling, or they ask you if you want natural. Whereas in the UK, if you want water, there's an option where you can have tap water. You don't pay anything for the tap water. So that's the end of this video. They are my differences between the UK and Italy that I've just come across in recent days, and I thought I'd make a video about it. Well, if you like this video, continue to keep watching more videos from my channel, and please like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and ciao!